Have you ever looked at something and thought, this is just useless? What if that same thing could change your destiny? A father and a son, one broken object, and everything is at risk. Will it be sold, or will trying to save it change everything? Just 1 week, just one moment, and a single decision that could change everyone's life. Will you watch how this old thing becomes important for everyone? Stay, because the secret hidden inside it will shake your heart. Have you ever had the courage to stand against everyone to save something old? What if that thing was your father's last support? And what if selling it meant selling hope itself? Evening was falling on the village's dirt roads. Rashid was sitting by the door, sweat on his forehead and fatigue in his eyes. Outside the house stood an old bicycle. Rusty, broken chain, slightly crooked handlebars. Rashid took a deep breath. Ali, he called out. Ali came out from inside. Yes, father? Rashid fixed his gaze on the bicycle. Uncle Aslam is coming tomorrow. They will take this bicycle. Ali froze in place. What? Why? Rashid's voice was heavy. The house is out of flour. Medicine needs to be bought. Emotions don't fill the stomach, son. Ali rushed outside. He stood in front of the bicycle. This will not be sold. At that moment, there was a knock on the door. Uncle Aslam entered, towel in hand, eyes calculating. Rashid, brother, I heard the old bicycle is to be sold? Rashid spoke quietly. Yes, take it tomorrow. Tears welled up in Ali's eyes. Father, you always said this bicycle was the first step towards your dreams. Rashid's eyes lowered for a moment, but then he adopted a firm tone. Dreams can't make bread anymore, Ali. Night grew deeper. Everyone slept. But Ali silently stepped outside. He sat by the bicycle, wiping away the rust with his hands. Tears filled his eyes, but his face held a strange determination. He whispered softly, I will not let you be sold, no matter what it takes. Inside, Rashid's cough echoed. Ali clenched his fists. Tomorrow morning, Uncle Aslam would come. But a decision had already been born in Ali's heart, one that would change everything. Have you ever asked for a week from time to change your fate? What if a father's trust and a son's dream stood face to face? And can sheer determination alter destiny? The morning light hadn't fully spread when there was a loud knock at the door. Rashid, brother, I'm here. Uncle Aslam's deep voice echoed. Rashid came outside. Ali was already standing by the bicycle. His hands were black. He had spent the whole night cleaning the rust. Uncle Aslam turned the bicycle around and looked at it. It won't fetch much. I'll just take it for the scrap metal price. Ali blurted out in distress. This is not junk. Rashid spoke firmly. Ali, don't insist. For the first time, Ali looked straight into his father's eyes and said, Father, give me a week. Just 1 week. Uncle Aslam laughed. Do you think it will fly in a week? Ali's voice trembled but was firm. If I can make money from it in a week, then it will not be sold. Rashid fell silent. A quiet tension spread inside the house. And if you can't? Rashid asked, quietly but sternly. Ali took a deep breath. Then I'll sell it myself, from your hands. Uncle Aslam was taken aback. Rashid, brother, don't waste time. A storm raged in Rashid's heart. On one side, the sound of empty utensils. On the other, the burning hope in his son's eyes. A few moments later, Rashid spoke softly. Fine. 1 week. Just 1 week, a faint light spread across Ali's face. But Rashid raised his finger and warned. If nothing happens after 7 days, the bicycle will be sold. No excuses, Uncle Aslam said with a mocking smile. I'll come on the 7th day. Let's see your miracle. They left. Ali held the bicycle tightly. Watch, father. This will save us. Rashid looked up at the sky. God, I hope you're right, son, because if you're wrong, everything will fall apart. By evening, Ali had worked tirelessly, straightening the wheels, tightening the handlebars. But when he pedaled, the chain snapped loudly and broke again. Ali's heart sank. Rashid stood at the door, watching everything. The same old sentence written across his face. I told you so. Ali held the broken chain in his hand, clenched his lips. The 7 days had begun. And on the very first day, the bicycle responded. But the real test was yet to come, because that very night news would arrive in the village, which would make Ali's 1 week a question of life and death. What if the very first step of hope stumbles? What if the one you invested everything in is the one who walks away? And is true courage revealed when everything is falling apart? All night, Ali tried to fix the broken chain. His hands were wounded, blood slowly seeped from his fingers. Rashid stood leaning against the door, watching it all. His heart wanted to stop him, but his lips remained silent. Son, stop now, Rashid said softly. Ali wiped the sweat from his face. There are still 6 days left. The next morning, he pushed the bicycle to the village mechanic. The mechanic looked at it, laughed, and said, "This isn't worth riding anymore. If you replace the part, it'll cost more than the bicycle itself." Ali's throat went dry. Isn't there any cheaper solution? The cheapest solution is to sell it, the words struck like an arrow. Ali returned home silently. On the way, some boys began to laugh. Hey, look. He's trying to bring the old queen back to life. Ali lowered his gaze. But he did not stop walking. When he reached home, Rashid was sitting on the charpai. What did the mechanic say? Ali wanted to lie, but he couldn't. He said it won't run. Rashid closed his eyes. Son, sometimes accepting is also bravery. Ali's voice rose. No. Accepting is easy, fighting is hard. Rashid was startled. For the first time, there was such fire in his son's voice. Evening began to fall. Ali tried to mend the chain using old pieces of metal. His hands were trembling, so was his heart. Finally, he turned the pedal. 1 round, 2 rounds. The bicycle started moving. A spark lit up in Ali's eyes. It's working, Abu. Look, it's working. A faint smile appeared on Rashid's lips. But suddenly, a sharp sound echoed. The chain snapped again with force. The bicycle crashed to the ground. Ali fell with it. Silence. Rashid ran toward him. You're not hurt, are you? Tears filled Ali's eyes. I won't give up. At that very moment, noise rose from outside the village. People were running. Someone was shouting, someone has to go to the city immediately. Medicine is needed right now, or it will be too late. Rashid and Ali looked at each other. Ali's eyes fixed on the bicycle. Only one voice echoed in his heart. This is the moment. But the question was, is this broken bicycle capable of saving a life? Can a broken bicycle save someone's life? Does fate always stand with those who are prepared? And can today's risk become tomorrow's identity? A crowd had gathered in the village square. Uncle Aslam stood there, worried. My sister is very ill, he said anxiously. The doctor has asked for medicine from the city. Right now, immediately. Everyone began looking at one another. The city was 4 hours away. There was no transport available. Ali stepped forward. I'll go. Everyone was stunned. Rashid immediately grabbed his arm. Have you lost your mind? That bicycle isn't even fully fixed yet. There was the same determination in Ali's eyes. Abu, this is the moment. If I don't go today, it will never run. Uncle Aslam asked helplessly. Will you make it? There isn't much time. Ali straightened the broken bicycle. I won't just try. I'll give it everything I have. Rashid's voice trembled. Son, the road is long. What if it breaks again? Ali replied softly. Then I'll run on foot, but I won't return empty-handed." Hearing this, Rashid fell silent. For the first time, he placed his hand on his son's shoulder. "May Allah protect you." Ali rode off quickly. The road was rough and unpaved. The sun was harsh. The wind pushed against him. With every pedal, the chain creaked. With every jolt, it felt like it would fall apart. In Ali's mind, there was only one voice. "There isn't much time. There isn't much time." Halfway there, the handle suddenly wobbled. The wheel got stuck in a pothole. Ali fell to the ground. His knees were scraped. For a few moments, he lay there, breathing fast, heart pounding. "No, I can't stop." He stood up. He looked at the bicycle. The handle was bent. With both hands, he forced it back into place. He clenched his teeth in pain. Then, he began pedaling again. Back in the village, everyone was waiting. Uncle Aslam's eyes were fixed on the road. A prayer rested on Rashid's lip. Evening began to fall. In the distance, a shadow appeared. Was it Ali? Or just an illusion of hope? And even if it was him, would he have made it in time? Can a single moment change a person's identity? Can those whom people laugh at become an example tomorrow? And does today's success come with tomorrow's trials? The evening sky was painted with streaks of red. Villagers stood with their eyes fixed on the road. Suddenly, a sound came from afar. The faint clinking of a chain. Uncle Aslam sharpened his gaze. That's Ali. Ali was drenched in sweat. His clothes were covered in dust. He held a packet of medicine tightly in his hand. He stopped right in front of Uncle Aslam. Breathing was broken, but his eyes were shining. "I've brought the medicine. On time." Tears welled up in Uncle Aslam's eyes. "Son, if it had been late, he couldn't complete the sentence." Rashid stepped forward. He hugged Ali. The same Rashid who had said yesterday, "Sell it," was silent today, but his eyes said it all. The next day, news spread through the village. Ali saved a life by riding to the city on his old bicycle. People no longer mocked him. They came to the door saying, "Son, can you get this from the market? Also bring my medicine." Small tasks started coming his way. First 200 rupees, then 500, then 1,000. The same bicycle that was junk had now become a symbol of respect. One day, Uncle Aslam visited Rashid. With a slight smile, he said, "Rashid, brother, I think I was wrong. This bicycle turned out to be gold." Rashid proudly replied, "No, Aslam, it's not gold. It's my son's courage that shone through." At night, Ali was counting money, placing it in his father's hand. "Abu, this is the first week's earning." Rashid's voice choked up. "Son, I should never have doubted you." But the story wasn't over yet. That same evening, a stranger came to the village. He saw Ali working. He came closer and said, "If you are truly this responsible, can you handle a regular delivery job to the city?" Ali was startled. "How big is the job?" The man said seriously, "Big and dangerous too. Timing is crucial. One mistake, and it's over." Rashid looked at his son. This was no longer just about a bicycle. It was a decision about the future. Was Ali ready for this new challenge? Or would this success turn into yet another trial? Does success only come to the brave or to those who are patient as well? Can an old thing truly write a new destiny? And can a father's bowed head rise with pride? The stranger came again. His name was Salim. He was from a small courier company in the city. Tomorrow morning, an important file must reach the city hospital. If it doesn't arrive on time, it will cause major loss. He spoke seriously. "If you succeed, this job could become permanent," Rashid immediately asked. "And if he doesn't make it?" Salim replied clearly, "Then there won't be another chance." That night, the house was silent. Ali sat by the bicycle, watching it. Rashid came and sat beside him. For a few moments, both were quiet. Then Rashid softly said, "Son, I made a mistake in life. I gave up on circumstances. Don't you give up." For the first time, Ali held his father's hand firmly. "Abu, this bicycle was your dream. I won't let it remain unfinished." The next morning, before sunrise, Ali set off. The road was long, time was short, the responsibility was great. At every turn, he worried about being late. With every jolt, his heart raced. But today, the bicycle sounded different. In its creak, there was no weakness, only determination. He reached the city before time. The file was delivered safely. Salim checked his watch, then looked at Ali. "You did it. From today, you are our official partner." A few months later, Ali's delivery service had become established. Gradually, he even bought a new bicycle. But at the doorway of the house, the old bicycle stood clean and intact. One day, Uncle Aslam came and smiled. "Now sell it? You could get a good price." Ali smiled and replied, "It won't be sold, it teaches." Rashid said proudly, "This is the bicycle that changed our destiny." In the evening, father and son sat together. The air was calm. Rashid said in a soft voice, "Son, I was wrong. Poverty had narrowed my vision. But you taught me that real strength lies not in things, but in belief." Ali's eyes were moist. "Abu, if you hadn't given me that 1 week, perhaps I would never have learned to believe in myself." The camera slowly focuses on the old bicycle. The rust is still visible in places. But now it is not weakness, it is history. Lesson: sometimes success doesn't start from something new. It begins with belief in the old. The question is, what is that old bicycle in your life that you are about to sell?